Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be talking about LaMelo Ball and why he could have an NBA All-Star season next season. But before we do that, I'm going to hand out some shout-outs. Thanks to AJ Analysis, The Basketball Kid Productions, Bird Bricks, and Coach Dante for all the support. Now let's get right into the video and cue the intro. LaMelo Ball just had one of the greatest rookie seasons in NBA history, not just because of his stats necessarily, but also because of his incredible flashy plays and his willingness to get to the basket, score, and do everything on the court. Ball averaged a smooth 15.7 points, 5.9 rebounds, and 6.1 assists per game. One of the most impressive things about LaMelo Ball's rookie season this past season was his ability to adapt to his new teammates. I mean, for example, LaMelo and Miles Bridges' chemistry was just off the charts. Unfortunately, in the middle of the season, LaMelo Ball broke his wrist, and many people thought that he would be out for the entire season. But he managed to sneak in for the past 10 games because of a surgical repair of his wrist. LaMelo could not lead Charlotte to the playoffs, but what he did do is bringing them to the 9 seed in the Eastern Conference, and now Charlotte has a lot of hope for next season, building around a young core of LaMelo Ball. And that brings us to the topic of this video. I usually have a tendency to predict breakout seasons for NBA players, and this year will be no different with LaMelo Ball, I feel like. Ball is in the perfect position to be an all-star this season. I mean, clearly he's a starting point guard in the NBA, but last season the Charlotte Hornets did not realize that, putting him in a bench role last season with Terry Rozier and Devontae Graham being the leading guards. But Charlotte saw the potential in LaMelo in the middle of the season and let him have a starting spot, and man did he come up clutch. And LaMelo Ball was so good that the Charlotte Hornets realized that he was the best player on their roster. And they have said multiple times that he is going to be the focal point of their offense next season. So if everything goes as planned, he could very well be averaging 25 points per game in the next 6 months. LaMelo Ball and the Charlotte Hornets did a great job recruiting players this offseason. And aside from LaMelo Ball, they're bringing in Kelly Oubre. And I feel like LaMelo Ball and Kelly Oubre will have great chemistry, just like he did with Miles Bridges this past season, because Kelly Oubre and Miles Bridges are kind of like the same player, and I'm sure LaMelo Ball will adapt to his new teammates just like he did last year. This guy's IQ is just off the charts. I mean, his ability to just find an open window and squeeze the ball through defenders just makes the crowd go insane. I've always said this about some players, and LaMelo Ball, his strong suit is not his scoring. His strong suit is his ability to make highlights. And his ability to make highlights translates to him being able to score. So usually, I bet he'll probably average like 19 points per game over the course of his career. I mean, he's not the scoring machine that Stephen Curry or James Harden is. But my point is he's just able to make highlights the same or even better than those two players. And take this into account, and I actually think this is kind of crazy though, that could change because LaMelo Ball is only in his first season in his career, and we saw the scoring machine that he was last season, just that he wasn't even his strong suit. Scoring is not his strong suit, highlight making is, and he was still scoring the ball at an incredibly high rate. So just imagine the things that he'll be able to do next season. He has nowhere to go but up and improve all his game. LaMelo Ball said he has no weaknesses in a video this offseason, but he does have one weakness that I feel like he needs to work on before the season starts, and that is shooting. LaMelo Ball is a good shooter, but to become a great insane MVP level player, he needs to learn how to become a great shooter, which I think he can be very capable of doing. It's not that he's a bad shooter at anything, it's just that he needs to change his ways so he can become an even better player, and that will result in more highlights and fans hyping up on the LaMelo hype train. If I were to predict LaMelo Ball's stats next season, it would be 21.6 points, 7.3 assists, and 6.5 rebounds per contest. I'll look back at these stat prediction at the end of the season and see if I was right or wrong in any of the categories. Also, something LaMelo Ball is very excited about this season is that he will likely be playing with his brother, LaMelo Ball. Ball has a lot to look forward to next season because he's going to become one of the best stars in the NBA, and to be completely honest, if he keeps playing like this for the next 3 to 4 seasons and keeps this up, he could get a massive payday. And that will make him even richer than he is right now sitting on the golden toilet. A big thing Charlotte Hornets fans want to see with LaMelo Ball is consistency, because last season LaMelo Ball was one of the most inconsistent players in the league, although he was also one of the most fun players to watch in the league. So if LaMelo could just improve his consistency, it would make him even more fun to watch. I'm a League Pass junkie, and I know the Charlotte Hornets are going to be one of my favorite teams to watch. LaMelo literally has all the tools to become an all-star and has everything going for him in that department. When you're a player that's as popular and as flashy like LaMelo Ball is, you're going to be getting a lot of all-star votes each and every season, and I would not be surprised from now on if LaMelo Ball would get an all-star selection every single year of his career.
The best thing you saw from him this weekend?
That pass, Rachel, that might have been the best pass that I've seen in the last 10 years since D-Wade threw a full-court pass to LeBron.
As you just heard Perk say, he said that that was the best pass in the NBA that he'd seen in the past 10 years. And I mean, he's right. LaMelo Ball is already a top 10 passer in NBA history in my top 10 list. And when it's all said and done, now I know I'm getting a little too far ahead of myself, but when it's all said and done, LaMelo Ball very well could be a better passer than Magic Johnson ever was. To be honest, the Charlotte Hornets have one of the top 5 best young cores in the NBA, and it's going to be like that for a long time because of LaMelo Ball. I mean, the Charlotte Hornets did a great job with impressing LaMelo Ball this offseason and went out and got him Kelly Oubre. So if you're a Charlotte Hornets fan, you have a lot to look forward next season. Possibly a LaMelo Ball all-star spot and the Charlotte Hornets becoming a playoff team. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Click subscribe, turn notifications on, like, share, comment, all the good stuff. And as always, I'm your boy Hyper Hoover Basketball, and we're out.